We have achieved the most launches of any rocket in a single year ever. So the next best was the Soviet Soyuz, which I think did a little over 60 launches in a year, and we did 96. So so no other family of orbital class rockets has launched more than 63 times a year. That was Soyuz, and we did 50% more. The Falcon Heavy also surpassed, in terms of heavy lift vehicles, the record for Saturn V, which I think that, I think we with 5 launches last year, we exceeded the Saturn V records.
And then for SpaceX, I think it's important for the future to be exciting, and for humanity's existence to be ensured over the long term. I think we must become a multi-planet species and a space-faring civilization.
We have launched more rockets in a single year than any other company in history. We launched 96, and I believe the Soviet Soyuz launched a little over 60 in a year, making them the next greatest. Soyuz is the only family of orbital-class rockets to have launched more than 63 times in a single year. We increased our output by 50%. In terms of large lift vehicles, Falcon Large also beat the Saturn V record. We broke Saturn V records last year with 5 launches. I think it's critical for SpaceX that humanity's long-term survival is guaranteed and that the future is exciting. We have to evolve into a spacefaring civilization and a multi-planet species. Elon Musk recently gave a speech explaining SpaceX's mission, and it sounded like something from a science fiction book. Musk is considering not just the present, but also the future of mankind as a whole. His remarks regarding our evolving into a multiverse are significant. Musk is actually striving to make spaceflight a reality rather than only daydreaming about it. It is difficult to grasp the magnitude of the human achievement that would be involved in not only visiting but also permanently residing on other planets. His thoughtful analysis of the development and vulnerability of human civilization follows. In the vast scheme of the cosmos, our existence is a mere blip on the timeline. It helps us to see things in a different light and makes us aware of how fleeting life is. This is about survival, not simply exploration. It's about making sure that despite unfathomable obstacles, human consciousness, civilization, accomplishments, and fundamental essence have a fighting shot to survive. Let's now focus on something really remarkable: starships. Starship is unique, the holy grail, the crucial discovery required for life to exist on other planets and for humans to establish a spacefaring society. This rocket is quickly and completely reusable. With Falcon 9, we've made the most of the way there. After hearing Elon Musk discuss SpaceX, it's obvious that history is being made. Not only is Musk's goal of creating totally reusable rockets bold, but it's also revolutionary. He said that creating a fully reusable orbital rocket is incredibly unlikely given current scientific understanding of physics. The scope of what SpaceX is attempting to do is summed up in this sentence alone. It's about reinventing what's possible in aerospace technology, not just about pushing boundaries. It stands in sharp contrast to typical aerospace corporations. SpaceX is in an entirely other league, not simply a different game. SpaceX has been hard at work creating new regulations for spaceflight, while others have been forced to stick to traditional techniques. There is a clear disparity in strategy. It's about accomplishing things that were previously thought to be impossible, not merely about doing things better. The difficulties they've surmounted and the obstacles they've removed hint at a time when space travel may become as commonplace as air travel. Is that something you can envision? A time where space travel is a common occurrence. Though it sounds like something from a science fiction book, Musk and SpaceX are making it more likely. Another audacious move is Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter and his plans for the platform going forward. If I seem a little slower than usual, it's because I didn't get much sleep on the red-eye flight. My current project has a significant impact on the future. It's reasonable to argue that Tesla has greatly expedited the development of renewable energy. Almost every significant firm in the world is now producing electric automobiles as a result of Tesla, whereas before, no one was producing electric cars. Elon Musk just spoke to us about his amazing work ethic and how Tesla has had a big impact on renewable energy. It really is astounding, isn't it? The man almost seems to breathe and live his art. It's a purpose for him, not just a job. I mean, he's 51 and he works 16-hour days, 7 days a week. You don't hear about things like that very often. Let's now discuss how Tesla has impacted the car industry as a whole. Electric vehicles were essentially only a theory before to Tesla, and you would have thought they would be invented decades from now. But observe our current location. Nearly all of the big automakers are making investments in electric vehicle technologies. It's as if Tesla set the industry on fire, forcing them to turn to renewable energy sources. Musk's vision is what makes this interesting. It's about transforming the world and moving toward a sustainable energy economy, not just about turning a profit or dominating the market. That surpasses the scope of any one business or person. According to such viewpoint, Musk is a visionary who understands the broad picture and works relentlessly to make it a reality, not merely a CEO or an entrepreneur. The thing that most strikes me about Musk is how much personal effort and dedication he puts into his job. It goes beyond assigning duties and managing undertakings. He is in the thick of things. He works at the factories, participating in the design phase, and resolving local issues. That's a completely different level of leadership. It seems sense that in the car market, Tesla has come to represent advancement and creativity. Returning to Tesla, let's discuss something that truly grabbed my attention during Musk's speech. I can't say too much about our future vehicle plans because we haven't yet revealed our next one. However, we do plan to produce vehicles that are less expensive than the Model 3 or Model Y that are on the market now. Musk went into great detail on the intricate workings of Tesla's design and manufacturing processes, and his insights were quite intriguing. It was a daring claim made by Musk when he said that Tesla is currently arguably the car industry's best manufacturer. Redefining the automobile building process is more important than simply producing cars. Tesla is changing the game with its production strategy, which involves cutting parts and procedures. Making automobiles smarter is more important than just making them faster or less expensive. Musk gave examples to demonstrate how Tesla is creating its own playbook rather than just following it. Do you recall his discussion on the fiberglass mats on the battery packs? He claimed that they went to great lengths for an unnecessary component. This goes beyond cost cutting to include optimization and questioning all presumptions in the auto industry. This is where Elon Musk shows himself to be a leader, not just a figurehead, but as somebody who is actually fixing problems on the manufacturing floor. Musk's statement, "I was living in the factory in Fremont and the one in Nevada for 3 years straight," is incredibly motivating. For a brief time, picture the CEO of one of the world's most inventive firms living and breathing in the same room as his production line workers, rather than in a corner office. This is about setting an example, not just managing. The essence of authentic leadership is being present and making an effort to show up. What does this indicate about the standards we set for leaders in positions of such prominence? Being the CEO of a corporation is being redefined by Musk. Making decisions from a distance is no longer enough. You now also need to be present on the ground with your team. Listening to Musk discuss Tesla's path is like witnessing a real-time, imaginative book unfold. The staff knew I was there since they could see me dozing on the floor during shift changes, and it really made a big impact. They put everything into it. Leading the path and cutting costs are the constant priorities. By the end of the year, he said, output would be increased to an incredible 40,000 cars each week. Just take a time to reflect on that. That's a massive undertaking, not simply a goal. Despite the overwhelming amount of planning and resources required, Musk discusses it with such confidence and clarity that it seems like simply another unmet goal. I was particularly struck when he discussed the early stages of Tesla and the importance of vertical integration. Within the automotive production industry, Tesla was the new kid on the block, and people were reluctant to part with their toys. Musk had to build their own playground with his group. They had to create their own supply chains as they could not rely on the ones that already existed. It was more than just being independent. It was a matter of survival and ingenuity. This strategy turned into a key component of Tesla's success rather than merely a band-aid fix. They redefined supply chain difficulties rather than merely overcoming them. This alters an industry as well as a company. Elon Musk talked about how Tesla's advantage in autonomy is influencing the company's future. It's an interesting topic that makes you consider the exciting path Tesla is taking. Musk rarely tries to persuade individuals to buy Tesla shares. Instead, he frequently advises against it, citing the company's exorbitant stock price. However, they choose to disregard him and keep purchasing the shares. One particularly noteworthy statement made by Musk was, "Autonomy is an insanely fundamental breakthrough, and no one is even close to Tesla for solving generalized autonomy or generalized self-driving vehicles." That's a claim that gets you to pay attention. It's about leading an entirely new race, not simply winning the current one. Tesla's emphasis on autonomous driving is not only an extra feature. Rather, it's a revolutionary move that has the potential to completely alter the benefits of automobile ownership. Consider this: an autonomous vehicle is an entirely new kind of vehicle. It's akin to contrasting a contemporary car with a horse-drawn carriage. This is about the real-world influence on our everyday lives, not just about fancy new technology. Imagine being able to run errands while at work using your car. With Tesla's autonomous technology, Musk sees a future like that. From an investment standpoint, Musk is talking about more than simply making expensive cars. He's talking about making significant returns. If they are successful with this autonomous driving technology, Tesla's value might skyrocket. Similar to how everyone else is playing checkers and Musk is playing chess. Now, let's conclude with a discussion of Tesla's charging infrastructure, which is crucial for the development of electric vehicles in the future. Our long-term objective for our supercharger stations is to have Tesla solar panels and batteries installed at them, making as many of them as possible self-sufficient. This is a significant component in ensuring that EVs are not only practical, but also desirable for all users. Musk's remarks regarding the expansion of Tesla's charging network serve to emphasize the larger idea behind electric cars. Developing an ecology where these cars may flourish is more important than merely selling them. This requires having a strong, easily available charging network. Musk made several very astute suggestions about how to expand the number of charging stations. It's about thinking creatively, such as combining public lights and charging stations. Making charging as simple and commonplace as filling up a petrol tank, if not simpler, is a clever urban planning strategy. The possibility of solar-powered charging stations is incredibly fascinating. It's like killing two birds with one stone by encouraging renewable energy sources and electric cars. It's an idea of a more sustainable and clean world. What's the best thing then? Even in a zombie apocalypse, according to Musk, these stations would continue to operate. What might therefore go wrong? Given how the market has changed this year, the majority of individuals would argue that the prices are a bit excessive, but that's predicated on the current situation. I believe there is a ton of untapped potential. Although achieving it will be extremely challenging, I believe it is feasible. In the end, it might rank among the most valuable businesses globally. It's a daring action that makes people speak. The unexpected plot twist of Musk entering the social media sphere caught everyone off guard. Musk gave a fascinating overview of his aspirations for Twitter. He's not only considering Twitter's current state, he's also considering its potential future. Instead of preserving the existing quo, his strategy aims to grow Twitter into a much larger platform with vast possibilities. He talked about how it could become one of the world's most valuable firms. That's a big claim, and judging by Musk's past behavior, he intends to follow through on it. How Musk intends to address some of the platform's present issues, such as content control and authentication, is what's truly intriguing. His suggestion to give verified users priority in Twitter searches and responses.